Hi ladies and gentlemen, this is Tough Tony Ant here, and I'm going to do my review of WWE Over the Limit 2011. This event went on last night, and before I get started, I would like to say this is the first month where I did a TNA pay-per-view review and a WWE pay-per-view review. And for those who've seen my TNA Sacrifice review, I gave it a 5 out of 10. And don't worry, this Over the Limit, still not better. I mean, it was better maybe by a point or so, but still both shitty. Both shows were pretty much shitty. It's like TNA can put together a good card, but the presentation is all wrong. WWE puts together a shitty card and try to present it in a way that it's excellent when it's really not. So it's really a lose-lose situation. It's a no-win situation. We start off the night with Rey Mysterio versus R-Truth. R-Truth doing some kind of a heel turn because he keeps on getting dicked out of WWE Championship matches. Reminds me of the Pope in TNA, who's been named #1 contender like maybe 3 times and only received like 1 title shot. Now I like R-Truth as a heel, but I'm hoping that this is not going to be another one of WWE's failed experiments. I'm not saying I would like to see R-Truth and John Cena because that'd be quite shitty, like most Cena matches involving WWE titles or Cena matches period. But if they work this, make him a legitimate heel, because they made him look pretty legit last night. R-Truth was damn near on the offensive the whole match. Rey Mysterio maybe pulled together maybe 2 or 3 counter moves, missed the 619. R-Truth done everything that a heel could do in a match in order to win except for cheating. Excuse me. And I'm surprised that Rey lost. R-Truth hit him with that jump up in the air, STO, face buster, whatever the hell you want to call it, and won the match. I gave this match a 2.5 out of 5 because, of course, I find Rey Mysterio incredibly boring. But I could see, R-Truth finally getting a title shot, maybe 2 opportunities, losing both, but make them look legit. I'm going to do a rant on how come people can't get over. Remember the old days when people used to get over? Now no one's being taken legit, especially in TNA. How you have all these matches with big stars and no one fucking gets over. It's fucking ridiculous. Next up we had, back to the R-Truth. Back to the R-Truth shit. Then he could finally get a match on Raw, lose. John Morrison could come out and interfere. I don't know if they're going to have Money in the Bank this year. Who the hell knows? Who the hell cares? We had Wade Barrett versus Ezekiel Jackson for the Intercontinental Championship. To my knowledge, I don't know if Wade Barrett defended this belt since winning it. It seems that they only use those 30-day championship title defense bullshit when they have a face champion and they can't book a better way for him to lose a fucking title, so they pull that 30-day bullshit. Fuck it. It's fucking stupid. Now, I'm going to go on to say that I hate a big guy versus a big guy match. I hate when I see guys that are damn near 300 pounds go at it. It's usually a boring, slow-paced, shitty match. This one pretty much worked out pretty good. And none of them, it was a back and forth match. Ezekiel Jackson was taking big moves. Wade Barrett was taking big moves. They was both dishing out punishment. But the new core comes out. I mean, the other 2 members, Slater and Gabriel, come out and it ends in a disqualification. I like how Wade Barrett used pump handle suplexes. I love how Wade Barrett using black hole slams all of a sudden. So they come out, beat the hell out of Ezekiel Jackson. Ezekiel Jackson wins via disqualification. No title change hands. This match was pretty much average. It was a little bit more enjoyable than seeing R-Truth from Rey Mysterio. So I gave it an average 3 out of 5. Ezekiel Jackson can work really well when it's not a squash. Next we had Sin Cara versus Chavo. One thing I can say about Sin Cara, seeing this how I watch a lot of luchador Mexican wrestling whenever I'm not watching WWE or Ring of Honor, I'm hardly ever watching Impact, so I'll only read the spoilers. I really can't sit through an episode of Impact. I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck who's showing up or what's going on, because at this point, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't mean shit. But I don't know if I'm the only one, but I really don't find Sin Cara all that impressive. I'm sure he's fun to look at, but watching a 9-minute match with him doing the same shit that we've been seeing since the Cruiserweight division in WCW is not all that impressive. I'll be much more impressed when I really see legitimately what WWE is going to do with this character besides kissing the asses of the Latino fan base. They do that whole Dark Arena light trick whenever the fuck his match is on. The best match I've seen Sin Cara in was against Bryan Danielson, I think 2 weeks ago. Chavo, who hasn't won a match in almost 3 years, who we haven't seen on the card. I don't know why the fuck they do drafts anyway, because half the people that were drafted haven't wrestled in damn near a year, so why the fuck are they there? WWE just buys up people's contracts and don't do anything with them. There wasn't many. Sin Cara didn't use his trademark off the top rope finisher, I'm guessing because Chavo can't do the move. Because you know you have to, in order to do a move like that, your opponent has to be able to perform it as well. And Chavo cannot. And let me say that Chavo is probably the worst treated Guerrero as far as booking goes since Eddie Guerrero in WCW. Even Vicky Guerrero's job title is much better than Chavo in the WWE. And it's fucking shitty. This match is a dismal 2 out of 5. Nothing really to see there. Alberto Del Rio, who doesn't have a match last night, who didn't have a match, comes out and cuts a promo talking about how much better he is than everybody, only to be interrupted by Kane talking about how he's so disappointed that the Rapture didn't happen on Saturday. Of course it wasn't. That goes into the tag team title match when they defend the tag team titles against CM Punk and Mason Ryan, who looks and sounds and wrestles like Batista every single night. And I heard that Batista and Jericho may come back to the WWE. If Batista comes back as a heel, maybe he can work with Orton until Christian gets his title shot. This match pretty much reminded me of an old WCW video game. I forget what it was. I know it wasn't Revenge. I think it was the one before Revenge. When the commentators would say, I don't know if he realizes it, but he's doing the same move. That's what I seen in this match. Kane, Big Show, Mason Ryan, all of them used the same fucking moves. I didn't know who the fuck was in the ring, to tell you the truth. CM Punk had more ring time than anybody in this match. And he just looked fucking terrible he looked fucking terrible when you put him in a match with these three buttholes who can't really do shit. Mason Ryan got double choke slam for the win. CM Punk was the only person here that actually had different moves of offense. And like any match that Big Show and Kane is a part of, falls fucking flat. I give this match also a 2 out of 5. We have a Brie Bella Kelly Kelly match for the Divas Championship. There's no appearances by Karma in this last night. Kelly Kelly has been named #1. Actually, you know, the funny thing is, Kelly Kelly has been winning matches against Divas champions for the longest time and never received not near a fucking title match. This is probably her first title match, and I give it a 1 out of 5. The WWE Divas division, not as bad as TNA's Knockout division, but still equally fucking terrible. 1 out of 5. And next up we have the World Heavyweight Championship return match. Randy Orton versus Christian. Randy Orton, for the 3rd month in a row, has got my highest rating of a match on a card. A 5 out of 5 for this one. 5 out of 5. And I'll say it's a 5 out of 5 because Randy Orton's in-ring product has really, really improved the last couple months. I'm guessing because he doesn't have to wrestle John Cena, Sheamus, or The Miz. But he's doing really good. Christian worked very well. This is probably the best orchestrated match on the card. Orton was pulling out submission holds. He kind of did a reverse Lion Tamer. It's the same move that Colt Cabana uses in Ring of Honor or NWA, because he is the NWA champion, I think. I think he still is. Who the hell remember? Who the hell knows? I have to look it up. But this match was pretty awesome. It was back and forth. It was fast-paced. It was the type of match that'll keep you on the edge of your seat. Whenever it's a match like that, it keeps me on the edge of my seat. It has to get a 4.5 to a 5. I don't give a fuck who's in it. But that match was the highlight of my night. And especially the finish with that backflip into an RKO. Oh, I thought Christian was going to do a heel turn, but he didn't. But there's still some time for that. Perfect 5 out of 5. Those two work really, really well together. I would love to see them go at it again, and hopefully we can get that title change that they want. It's a shame that Christian's a transitional champion. Still, another person. I think that Christian's already over, but he can be over a little bit more. Next up, we have possibly the worst match on the card since the Divas. The Kiss My Feet match. Michael Cole versus The King. If Michael Cole is victorious, King will give him his Hall of Fame ring and induct him when the time comes. And I really think that Michael Cole will never be inducted in the WWE Hall of Fame. Nor do I think the late Randy Savage would. I mean, hell, Owen's dead by the company. They didn't induct him. They have all this time, they never induct Randy Savage. I'm not a huge fan of him. I mean, I've only seen him. There's only one match I've seen him wrestle that I really, really enjoyed. I'm not going to name it because you pretty much already know what it is. If you want to take a stab at it, leave it in the comments. But this isn't a tribute show. This is a review show. So let's get back on to it. To my knowledge, they did this with Brett about 15 years ago. And it was shitty then. And this match is shitty now. So I figured TNA brings back Chyna for one night. We're never going to see her ass again. So WWE can pull Bret Hart out the ass a year later. Who the fuck cares? I'm not a fan of Bret either. Not a fan of the King. Definitely not a fan of Michael Cole. Eve Torres comes out, gets her 2 cents. JR pours JR's homemade barbecue sauce all over him. Then they wind up kissing King's feet while Bret Hart puts Cole in the sharpshooter. And I'm hope to God that this is the last time we have to see these two. The rivalry's culminated. It's done. It's over. Thank God. I think it's one of the worst things WWE came up with in a shit. Every year they come up with some stupid shit, but this by far is one of the worst. Then we have our main event, the WWE Championship I Quit match. John Cena versus The Miz. This match was, in my opinion, a glorified handicap squash match where the guy doing the squashing loses. Miz brutalized Cena this entire match. Beat him, whipped him with a leather strap, whipped him with a kendo stick, hit the steel steps in the ribs, of course. He missed. He just hit the other side of the stairs, of course. But John Cena took so much punishment during this match. And the fans cheered for it. I cheered for it. I knew there was no way in hell Miz was going to win this match. John Cena maybe got a cumulative maybe 1 minute of offense. He hit him with the steel chair. Kind of. But I know he missed. So this match pretty much went on for about 15-20 minutes. Miz beat John Cena's ass. John Cena gave an attitude adjustment to Alex Riley through a table. Alex Riley did hit Miz with the title. Hopefully Miz can call and say, listen, you cost me the match. Beat his ass. And then send his ass back to SmackDown where he belongs. Where he should be. John Cena beats the hell out. Didn't even beat the hell out the Miz. Basically just punched the Miz. Beat him with the strap. Miz tries to run away. He hits him with the STFU. Or... Well, it's not. I mean, you can't even call it the STFU. It's just the step over the STF instead of the STFU. Miz cries and taps and quits, even though he didn't take any damage, really seemingly no damage during this match. And John Cena wins and retains. as much as I loved to see John Cena get brutalized last night, I give this match a basic average 3 because it really wasn't a match. Just John Cena doing his courageousness through and through. Overall, the general consensus of this pay-per-view is a 6.5. I give it a fucking 6. Randy Orton and Christian is the only match on the card that really did it for me. Not anything to write home about. I think that Extreme Rules was a whole lot better of a pay-per-view card. And I give this an average 6. I know I didn't get into great detail. I just really wasn't in the mood to do this shit. Since I'm at 15 and a half minutes, I'm going to cut this shit short. 6 out of 10. Period. I upload some more videos later this week. This is Tough Tony signing off. Have a pleasant day. Because Lord knows I'm not. Because Raw comes on tonight.